Isn't it? This is the most lovely dream to be. You join ISIS, you die for the sake of Allah, and now you are, Allah will put your soul inside the green chicken. And then Allah will bring you the virgins. And the virgins are so white, women. Huh? Let me show you the hadith, hold on. I'm trying to find it in English. So now you are a murder for the sake of Allah. And now you are a green chicken. How you will have sex with those women? Are you convinced, brother, that Islam is telling the truth, brother? Look how many times this hadith is repeated, brother. Look how many times. Brother, the Prophet of Allah, he said, the souls of the murderers live in the bodies of a green bird. That's so lovely. You know what? I always wanted to go and join jihad. So I will become a parrot. Huh? This is your end, brother. Let me show you the pictures, your picture, brother. So now Muhammad Ishmael, he went to heaven. And now Allah, he took his soul and he put it inside the parrot. And now he will say, Takbir! 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 And now, the disappointing thing is that those horny females who Allah, he made them for sex. They are ready for sex, and all what they got, not a guy, they got a chicken. They got what? A chicken. The guy, his name is Palestine, he is saying to me, why you don't show chapters 2 verse number 62? My friend, chapter 2 is about Moses too, and how he did make the dead guy come alive by beating him by beef. Are you sure you want me to show you chapter 2 verse number 62? Okay, let us do it. Guys, the guy Palestine, he insists, Christian Prince, why you don't show us? Why you don't show us chapter 2 verse number 62, brother? Huh? Why you don't do that? Obviously, you are scared. Why you don't do that? Why? Huh? Okay? I want you in front of everybody to put the chapter 2, okay. So now we will put for him in the Quran, chapter 2, verse number 62. What you expect? Turkey, green chicken? Let us see what this verse will say. The leaking pocket. Okay, let us go to 62. It's going to be shocking. That is shocking. The guy, he said, I am paid by the Jews, and now he is saying to us the Jews will go to heaven. And not only the Jews, the Christian too. And not only the Christian, the Sabian, the one who worship the stars. Muhammad is messed up. The Sabian who worship the stars, they hate the Jews and they believe that God of the Jews, Adonai, is the devil. Why? Because he told them to do circumcision. This is what is written in their book. Muhammad the idiot, he made the Sabian believing in the same God. And look what you did, Palestine, Mr. Palestine. So if the Christian, the Jews, and the Sabian, they will go to heaven, that's mean Benjamin Netanyahu, may Allah bless him and give him a big house and newer bathtub, because I heard his bathtub is not doing good. May Allah bless his bathtub. He is going to go to heaven too. So you are a Palestinian, and Netanyahu, you will meet Netanyahu in heaven. And the head of the Shin Bet, and the head of the Prime Minister now, all of them will be in heaven. What a messed up religion. So why the Quran says the Jews, they will be killed, kill them, kuffar? What is this? Anyway, I think we had enough for today. Don't forget, I advise the Muslims who claim victory to download my videos and post them as they are in their channel. At least the conversation between me and you as it is, if you are a victorious idiot. So I want to say thank you guys for being here, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you like it, and don't forget to unsubscribe if you don't like it. However, we advise you to unsubscribe because according to Prophet Muhammad, the one who subscribed to Kuffar channel, Allah will take a lot of good deed from his bank account. You don't want to go to sleep and then you wake up in the morning and you find your bank account robbed by Allah for one reason, because you subscribe to Christian Prince. Allah will send his dog to eat you, remember that. Let us talk about Taliban next time. My friend, there's not need to talk about Taliban. The stupid American are stupid American. They will not change. They go to a country. They think, you know, let me teach you something. There's a guy. He decided to teach donkey how to talk. So he sat with him for 40 days. After 40 days, the guy himself, he came out making the voice of a donkey. Those are the American. The American, they think democracy can be spread by occupying the land and by spending some money, and people will change. And we open a school for them, we give them education. Then democracy, my friend, is not something you can spread in Islamic country. Those Americans are stupid. If you stay in Afghanistan for 10,000 years, as long as the country is a Muslim country, you are wasting your time, wasting your money. This is why I believe it is the best thing to do is to leave the country. Let Taliban take over it. Why not? What's our business? If those people want freedom, fight for your freedom against Taliban. Americans should not die for the sake of others to free them. And doesn't matter what they do, they will say they are evil, they are here because they want to seek our money. They spend trillions of dollars. After more than $1 trillion spending in Afghani army, now there's no army. Why? Because they are just a bunch of employees. So Americans are a bunch of fools when it's come to the government. They never learn their lesson. They are a bunch of stupid people who change their mind every 6 months. Trump, he come, he have different idea. Biden, he come, he have different idea. Tomorrow we have new president, he have different idea. It's not a state, it is a farm, you know. USA, it's a farm, and there's two group of businessmen running the farm. And each one of them, he think this is the best way to run the farm. And they consider the whole earth is a farm. And they want to practice their farming skills on other nations. So Afghanistan, nobody can solve the problem of Afghanistan except people of Afghanistan. People, they cannot earn a freedom unless they fight for it. And the person who don't fight for a freedom, he don't deserve it. So I advise Americans to leave Afghanistan. Never stay there. It's a big mistake to stay there for a day. They should not even be there. You want to fight Taliban, you can destroy them without even going there. Right now, America can wipe Taliban in 2 seconds. Not even 2 minutes, if they want. But they are potatoes. They don't want to do that, you know. I mean, you can stop Taliban so easy. You can wipe them out. And who is going to question what you did? Nobody. But there's no will, there's no leaders, there is no government, there's no army. It's a farm, you know. Democrat, you know, they are busy now about its offices and money, and it's a business. So America will be different country if they have a leader, one leader. In America, there's no one leader, and they will never have one. And those people in Afghanistan, as long as Islam is there, Afghanistan will never change. As an example, when the American, they choose this guy who is an American citizen, who is Afghani, to be a president. When a person who leaves Islam, they decide to kill him. This is not Taliban. This is the government who is our government. So what is the difference between Taliban and the moderate government? Nothing. They took a guy to jail to execute him because he left Islam, under the watch of the American. So what the Americans are doing there? If not the Australian government, not the American government, jumped to save that man, this man will be dead by now. America always support bad government. They never support good ones. Never. This is my experience about America. Go right now and ask yourself, which country in the Middle East America support? Saudi Arabia. You tell me how good they are. The King of Jordan. The King of Jordan, if you say one word against him, you will disappear even if you are his brother. The Prince of Qatar. #1 money bag for Al-Qaeda and ISIS. Erdogan. #1 supporter for terrorists. He armed them, he trained them, he gave them his land. American always support the most evil between Islamic countries. And if a Muslim leader in Islamic country, he don't want to practice Islam, America will go against him. And the example is the president of Syria. The president of Syria, he hates Islam. He is anti-Islam. He put Islamists in jail. What America did? They spent hundreds of millions of dollars to take him away. What America did? They forced this guy to run in the lap of the Iranian. What the American did? They put sanctions on this man so he will collapse, so they can have Al-Qaeda rule in Syria. This is what the American do, my friend. So don't tell me, don't ask me to talk about those things. Oil? No, American do not need oil. This is another lie. You see, American, they are the last one who need oil. We have oil enough for the coming 1,000 years. We have way more than Saudi Arabia. And look at this idiot, Biden. He don't want to dig for oil no more, so we can buy oil from Saudi Arabia. So we do not need their oil, but they are, I mean, it's a mess. An American citizen is more foolish than their leadership. When you vote for someone, he is saying to you, okay, we go green. We are not going to dig for oil, so now we are going to buy it. Who is the stupid here? Still, you are using oil anyway. In the year 2030, half of the cars for sale will be made electronic, but until then, people will die. Stop digging for oil by then. When we have cars made by electric, then says we do not need oil no more. So stupidity is amazing. We do not need oil of anybody. The oil we have in Alaska alone is enough to feed America for oil for the coming maybe 900 or 1,000 a year. Just in Alaska alone. Not to forget Texas and many other places, and the Gulf and the sea, and you know, all over. We have an ocean of oil. We have an ocean of resource. America is like Russia. You know, the Russians, they do not need anyone else. They do not need oil of anybody. So this is not about oil. This is about corporation. Corporations who control this earth. It is not the oil in a country. It is corporation and where their stock is located. So a corporation who control a king, they tell the king what to do because this is where their business is. And the king have to obey, otherwise they will take him down. And this is what happened always in USA. The one who elect the king is not the people. It is the corporation. This is why you see that they are fighting over how much money you can collect for the election. Why somebody need billions of dollars for election? If people elect a person, Why we need that money? What the money for? The money is to brainwash the people. Who can control more media? Who can brainwash more people? Who can control them by spending more advertising? He will win. So it is not really about what you think. You know, many people think that America is not a country as much it is a corporation. And those corporations now own more than half of the earth. We have 4 or 5 people in America. They own the whole world, not only America. As an example, which country do not need to use Google every day? Which country do not need the service of Google or Android? Which country do not need Android and Apple? Which country do not need the technology of America? Which country can stay away from the internet of America? The internet is owned by America. And we say America, mostly we are talking about corporation. So the one in control is not the American, it is the corporation of America. Few names controlling the whole world. So you become a slave of those 5 Americans, including the American themselves, become a slave of them. The owner of Google here, he can shut me down. Like now, they stop allowing me to have donation. Why? Because they don't agree with me about what I say. They want me to say things in order to receive money. You see how they control you? I used to be able to receive donation in YouTube. And why they don't allow me? Because I am against their guideline. A person who teaches terrorism, saying that the one who leaves Islam should be killed, he can collect donation in his channel. I cannot. So those corporations are terrorist corporations. They use their own, terrorism is not only by violence, it can be by cutting your income. It can be by mutiny you. It's like when a man, he beat his wife. This is terrorism. So they try their best to force you to be their slave, to be their dog. If you are their puppy, then you will make money. Then they will support you. Just be their puppy. So the question is, how many of us is willing to be their puppy? As long as you are their puppy, then they will bless you with their money, the money of the devil. If you don't agree to be their puppy, then there is no donation. You cannot do that. Very simple. Imagine the president of USA, they locked down his account. Look how powerful they are. Can you imagine? The guy who controls nukes, the one who can burn the earth. They locked down his account. They closed his account in Twitter, in Facebook, and in YouTube. We are talking about the president of United States, not somebody working the post office. So this is a scary mafia. Those corporations are the biggest beast ever created for mankind. They are even bigger than the beast of Islam. And because both of them, they are evil, both are in total agreement. They don't fight against each other. You will see Google always protect Islam. This is why I cannot keep my videos for more than a few days. I mean, did you ask yourself, a guy, he making videos for a long time. When David Wood, he started his channel, I mean, this was like first day for him. It was more than 15 years already for me. So where's my videos? Why I cannot keep them there? Because the beast is the guardian of Islam. They will not let you humiliate this cult. Otherwise, I will keep it there. I mean, the video have 50,000 views in 3 days. Why I want to take it down? because YouTube is the devil of Islam. Why I close my account in Facebook? Why I close my account in Instagram? Why I close it in Twitter? Because whatever I post, they block it. If you are a Muslim, posting video about beheading, they don't block you. In the same time, sadly, even Christians don't support us. Christians, they send me messages schooling me about how to talk. They want to teach me how to talk. Not only we have war with the devil of Google and the devil of Facebook and the devil of the social media and the devil of Muhammad, we have war with the Christians. They gave me ad in my video because I played a song. It's called I'm Sexy and I Know It. I played not even 10 seconds of it. When you play that, there's a copyright, so they can place an ad on it. And the ad was a Muslim ad. Donate for a mosque. They force an ad on my channel. Can you believe it? Do you remember when I was going live on air, and then they sent me, and you remember? Yeah, I was live. They gave me warning right away. So, my friend, and by the way, I'm not telling you to be disappointed. No, that even will make the fight better. You see, it's boring if there's no fight. We are better Christians when the devil fight us more. You know what I mean? So don't think I'm complaining. I'm not. Praise the Lord, I'm very successful. As you see, Muslims are leaving Islam left or right. My videos is all over. If you go right now and search YouTube, me myself, I get scared when I search for my name in YouTube. I mean, my videos is all over. My books is all over. My books translated to all languages in the world. Soon we will have it in Chinese. So, are we successful? Absolutely. When they fight us, they bring us success, not the opposite. When they fight me, they bring me more support, not the opposite. You know, I say to you my experience, that the more they fight me, the more the Lord, He sends support to me. How? I can't explain to you. The more they try to close door in my way, the more doors open. So don't ever think that they are strong and we are weak. They are the weak. And this is why they try to mute us, to silence us. The strong one, he do not need to silence others. Say whatever you want. They speak about the freedom of speech, but it is only their freedom of speech is allowed. For they are hypocrite. We have a Muslim here is posting this verse for us. Let me show you this verse, just to show you how stupid Islam is. Thank you, my friend, the one who was posting this. Muhammad, because he could not, you see, Muhammad is the same as a social media today. So this Abdul is posting this verse for us in the chat. And this verse again proving Islam to be false. So this is the comment of this Abdul. May Allah sharp the virgin nails for him. يريدون ليطفئوا نور الله بأفواههم والله متم نوره blah 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 blah. Let us see what this verse is about. And then you will die laughing. Chapter 9, verse number 32. Fain would they extinguish Allah light with their mouth, but Allah will not allow it. See, you just proved to us that Allah is a dumb, is a stupid, and He cannot do it. Because if Allah, He will not allow it. So why Muslims are leaving Islam when I talk to them? And why no Muslim can debate me and win? And why you don't call me if this verse is with you? You will win. If this verse is true, then you call me immediately and you will have victory, because nobody can distinguish the light of Allah. So this verse is false. And why you need to do jihad if Allah protecting the faith anyway? And why you want to kill the apostate if Allah, nobody can silence or mute his light? So my friend, Islam without lies dies. Islam without sword is dead. So you need two things to protect Islam: sword, violence, and lies. Allah Nur does not exist. Thank you for posting this verse. You proved to us that Muhammad, he could not answer the Christians, the Jews, especially the Christian and the Jews. And because of that, he said, oh, they want to extinguish the light of Allah. What is the answer? He could not debate them. And what is the light of Allah? The light of Allah, that there is a penis which is endless, and there's a woman with big boobs waiting for you. That is the light of Allah? Or this is the light of the nipples? Is that the light of Allah to promise me women for sex and children for sex? It is the light of Allah to give me women who have vagina and nobody touch it? Is that the light of Allah? Where is the light of Allah? If you want, I will go to Skype again and I can take a call from you, MES, and tell me how the light of Allah work for you. When the Jewish woman, she killed Muhammad and he died by poison, was she successful to distinguish the light of Allah? She killed Muhammad. And Muhammad described in the Quran as Sirajan Muniran. So he's light lamp. Not only a light, he's a lamp. Here we go, a Jewish woman. She extinguished the light of Allah by little poison. She went to Home Depot. She bought rat poison. Muhammad, he ate it. The rat, he died. So how nobody can extinguish the light of Allah? And then we find that the goat ate the Quran, and a lot of the Quran is missing. But nobody can extinguish the light of Allah. Okay, where is the verses of a breastfeeding for adult? As long nobody can extinguish the light of Allah. I don't ban people. If I block you in the chat because I want you to call me. It's the opposite. I open my Skype and it says any Muslim is willing, welcome to call me. Any Muslim. I don't even accept a call from Christians. I don't block you. I want you to talk to me. So where's the light of Allah? How come Allah did not warn Muhammad not to eat the goat which full of poison so he will not die? The Muslim, they say that the goat spoke to Muhammad. The goat spoke to him after he ate her. How stupid is that warning? The goat was dead. The goat is dead, and now Muhammad is talking to the goat, and the goat, she said to him, Prophet, don't eat me. Hold on. Al-Amin, he's saying, sadly, somebody deleted his message. Okay, let me copy his message. I will put it in the screen. Al-Amin is saying the following. Thank you, Al-Amin, for your post. You see, you are welcome, but you are exposing your prophet again. You said, Christian Prince, you are just a four-month mocker debating you is like a wrestling with garbage back. Why would decent Muslim would do that? Okay, that's a good thing to say. So the one who whistle with garbage bag is not worth of a fighting with him. Correct? That's wonderful. Well, you idiot, you just said that the one who have a bad mouth is not worth to speak to. The one who do mockery is not worth to speak to. So when your prophet, he said, the man who is proud about his inheritance before in the time of Jahiliyyah, before Islam, go and tell him, bite the penis of your father. Is he worth to talk to? The one who is against foul mouth. First of all, show me where I use foul mouth. If I say the word vagina, because your prophet says vagina. If I say penis, because your prophet says penis. Here we go. Your prophet says the one who is proud about his inheritance before Islam, tell him to go and bite the penis of your father. Is that a foul mouth? It's not mine. I'm quoting your prophet. So look what you just said. You just admitted that your prophet is a filthy man. When we quote him, we will sound dirty. Don't quote Muhammad, because the second you quote Muhammad, you sound filthy and your mouth is filthy. Thank you for saying that. Or shall I show you Abu Bakr saying, go and suck the clitoris of Allah? Suck the clitoris? Is that how you say to a man? Go and suck the clitoris? Or what about your God in the Quran who speak about the penis of Muhammad? Or what about your God who start doing mockery of the uncle of Muhammad and his wife? So the Muslim, when you quote for him what his prophet said, he gets so upset and he consider it a foul mouth, a mocker, a garbage bag. And you mentioning garbage, that is very good news for me. Look at your prophet. Your prophet is the only one who claimed to be a prophet from God, who asked you to clean yourself when you do ablution to pray. Yet he do ablution by washing himself by garbage. Read with me and love. Why somebody want to fight with the garbage bag? You're right. That is Muhammad. Read carefully. Abu Sa'id al-Khudri said that some people ask Muhammad, Messenger of Allah, whether they might perform ablution out of the well of Buda'ah, which was the well which minstrel, clothed, dead dogs, and stinking things were thrown in. Do you see it? The Prophet was talking to arrogant? Doesn't matter. The foul mouth is a foul mouth. I never use formal language. And I'm talking to arrogant too. You Muslim, you think you are superior, and you are not. You think you are the best of mankind, as the Quran says, and you are not. Islamic country is the most corrupt countries in the world. A woman, she cannot walk alone in the street without being harassed sexually or even kidnapped or raped. This is why you need a guardian with your wife when she walks in the street. A Muslim, he cannot have a window in the Middle East or in Islamic country without bars. You walk in USA, you don't find single bar in the window. Go drive all over USA. You will not find one single bar on the window. Why? Why in Islamic country you cannot have a window without bars? Is that because you are trustworthy, or because a nation become a nation of thieves? So you claim to be the best and you are the worst. Why a woman, she need a guardian when she walk in the street? If she is secure and she live in Saudi Arabia and all are believers, why she need a guard? Well, she need a guard because Islam turned human being into a beast. So the second they see a woman alone, she is a target. But this is not the case in other countries. Women, they go to the mall, they do shopping, they go to work, they go alone, they even stay late. Are you there? And you know, not to forget, Muhammad is the best example of Muslims. Muhammad, he went to his own son's house. This is why, by the way, in the Middle East, Muslims, they trust Christians. They don't trust Muslims. When I used to go to Muslims when I was in high school, I go to a Muslim, like a Muslim who is in my classroom, nice people, you know, they are good people. I cannot say they are bad. I go to their house, their mother, she opened the door, she is even wearing see-through, and their sisters, I sit with them, I talk to them, very nice people. But when a Muslim, he knock at the door of the same house, and I am inside, all the females have to hide immediately. Even though the male who is coming is just a school guy like us. He is in my age. So when a Muslim come, this is what I learned. When a Muslim come, the sister of this guy, they hide, his mother hide. They don't even bring the coffee to the room. The guy, he go to the kitchen, he bring the coffee. When I am there, I sit with them in the living room. And they don't change their clothes. I drink my coffee or my tea with his sisters and his mother. They are not ashamed or they are not shy. But when a Muslim come, you see the difference? Muslims don't trust Muslims. And the guy who is listening, he knew that this is true. And why they want to trust a Muslim when Muhammad, he made Islam a mockery? Muhammad, he went to the house of his own son. What he did? He flirted with the wife of his own son when she is married. Is that true? It's in your book. And just to show you the stupidity of Islam, when a blind man came to visit Muhammad, the Prophet, he said to them, put hijab, put burqa, hide behind the curtain. Do you know when I say the stupidity is amazing? Let me show you an amazing stupidity. Read with me carefully. This is Sahih Hadith. They cannot say it is weak and this garbage, you know, all this madness. So it says here, I was with Allah Messenger, this is the wife of Muhammad saying, along with Maymuna, this is the other wife. He was having 3 sons. When Ibn Maktoum, which is a blind man, and who was a blind, come to visit him. Okay, so a blind man came to visit Muhammad. Look what happened. This incident took place after the order of hijab. Okay, the Prophet told us to hide ourselves. Like what? We said, oh Messenger of Allah, he's blind. And able to see us, nor does he knows us. He replied, are you blind too? And you are unable to see him? Any Abdul here? So are you saying that Muslim women are not allowed to see men? Are you saying that Muslim women are not allowed to walk in the street and their eyes is open? So what hijab is? So all the hijab we see Muslim women are wearing is a fraud. Because the hijab of a Muslim woman is a Muslim woman, she should not see anyone. Not only she have to cover her hair as they lie to us. Hijab is putting a woman behind the curtain and no man can see her and no man she can see. Prove me wrong. And the stupid Muhammad, he is saying to the women, wear hijab. Like, how, you idiot. So why they want to wear hijab? Oh, no, okay, wear hijab. And now because they got him busted, he's stupid, he's a fool. He noticed that the women are smarter than him. But he cannot admit that he was a stupid when he said that, because the guy is blind. So he had to cover it. He said, so, okay, well, he's blind. Are you blind too? You see the stupid? You see the stupidity? This is Islam. A man he don't trust, his name is Muhammad. He is the prophet of Islam. A man who is a blind, poor guy, he don't even trust that guy to be in his house and the women is there. So why Muslims they trust each other? They will not. But the reason Muhammad, he don't trust any man to see his wife, or even not to see even the blind, because he is filthy. He knew what he do when he go to the house of others. You know what I mean? When a person is guilty of something, his guilt is always there. If a thief is a thief, he see everybody else is a thief. Are you getting my point? A man who go to spy at women of others, he believe every man will spy at his wives too. So Muhammad, he believed that if this blind man he come, he is going to be dangerous to his wives, because his wives will see him and they will get horny. It's haram. He is insecure. It's a clear sign of insecurity, and this is what Islam brings to a human being, make you insecure. Hijab is a sign of insecurity, not security. The woman is a vagina, we cover her because she is at risk. Oh, I have to protect the vaginas, I have 4 vaginas, I have to protect them. So wear the hijab, okay, put your head in the ground, don't look there, don't look there. Because the man is insecure. He believed his wife, if she look at the man, she will have a wet dream, because he don't do what a man need to do. If there's any Muslim that agree with me? And by the way, even Allah himself, he wore hijab. Allah never speak to anyone except from behind of a hijab. And this is in the Quran. Chapter 4, 42, verse number 51. Hijab is not a hair cover. Only foolish people think that. Hijab is a curtain. This is why he said to them, hide yourself behind hijab. And what he want? So they cannot see the blind man. If hijab is a cover for the hair, well, the man, you know, they can see still, they can see the man, correct? So hijab is a veil as a curtain. This is what hijab is. But the hypocrite Muslim today, they don't want to follow Muhammad teaching. They don't want the curtain. They want just a hair covering. But this is not what Islam teach. Because as you see, even the hadith confirm it. If the hijab is a hair covering, then okay, they cover their hair. They do not need to hide themselves from the guy, right? Do we agree? If hijab is a hair covering, all what those women need to do is to cover their hair, which is no point because the guy is blind anyway, right? So even though he's blind, he is asking them to hide themselves. Read carefully. Even the Muslim in their translation says to you, he told us to hide ourselves from him. Between two brackets, i.e. observe hijab. Okay, so is hijab now is something in the hair or the sea? If this is the case, that will be stupid because the guy is blind. So they said to him, well, he's blind. He can't see us nor recognize us. He replied, are you blind too? So the hijab is not covering their hair. The hijab is hiding themselves from ability to see someone else. That is a curtain. Anyway, this is not the only thing Muslims, they always have wrong understanding. Like Muhammad do not know how to read, how to write. Nowhere in the Quran says that. The Quran says Muhammad, he do not, is ignorant. He do not have a book. He's ummi. Ummi is coming from the word gomai, the Jewish word for from the nations. He's from not from the Jews, Gentile. So Muhammad is a gomai. Muhammad is from the Gentile. Muhammad is from the nations. He is not from the Jews. He is not from the blessed nation. This is what the Quran is saying. The Muslim, they come and says he was unable to write or read, when there's nowhere it says that. Anyway, guys, I think it's time for us. Do we have any Muslim want to call? If there's any Abdul want to call? I can take one more call for the sake of the shin of Allah. Anyone? And remember, Islam makes sense. God cannot be a man, but he can be a shin. Makes sense. God cannot be a man, but he have 5 fingers. Well, makes sense. God cannot be a man, but he have 2 eyes. Okay. God cannot be a man, but he have a physical shape. Okay. But God is almighty, but he cannot be. How he can be almighty and he cannot be? So all the logic of Islam is broken and it is leaking. They lie to themselves about good deed and bad deed. Where is the good deed in Islam? There's no good deed. As you see, everything is destination. Even a thief, he steals because Allah destiny for him to be a thief. So where is the thief? There's no thief. The real thief is Allah. And we showed you a video from the mouth of those Abdul. Explain how a person who stole, they brought him to the caliphate, and this person, he should be punished. Why he should be punished? Because he's a thief. But as long as they believe in the predestiny, how you can punish a thief? Allah, he destined for him to be a thief.
Then obviously you would be the fool. A man came at the time of Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu. According to one of the narrations, he needed to be punished because he stole. So he comes to Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu and he uses the same line. He says, "Oh Umar, oh Amirul Mu'mineen, how can you punish me for having stolen when it was predestined? My deeds were already written by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala." Now that's quite a good argument if you were to
see. This is a good argument if you think about it. Stupid religion. So how you want to punish me for a sin Allah he forced on me? And this is a pretty good argument if you think about it. The Sheikh, he said.
One of the narrations, he needed to be punished because he stole. So he comes to Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu and he uses the same line. He says, "Oh Umar, oh Amirul Mu'mineen, how can you punish me for having stolen when it was predestined? My deeds were already written by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala." Now that's quite a good argument if you were to look at it.
Yeah.
Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu was one ahead of this man. He says, "Well, let's punish this man because it was predestined that we were going to punish him as well."
See?
Wow. So these deeds. So it goes to show that you cannot use as an excuse the fact that Allah has predestined things.
You cannot use it. You cannot use it. I mean, you see the stupid logic? This shows that you cannot use it. This shows that the caliphate is arrogant and he's stupid. And he is not consistent, because if it is a destiny that I will be a thief, then what is my fault? If Allah decides for me to steal, can I stop Allah's destiny? No. See how stupid this religion? And then the guy, he says to you, nobody can stop the nur of Allah. My friend, the nur of Allah is fart. Who in the world want to believe in such a garbage? So you go and do fornication, and then Allah want to punish you for fornication when Allah is the one who wrote for you how much fornication you would do. One thing I have to say before I leave for today: stupidity is Islam, and Islam is stupidity itself. And you cannot be a person who have little brain and you don't find this is stupid, that I destiny for you to be a criminal, and then I will punish you for I destiny for you to be a criminal. That is even a crime. If I force somebody to commit a crime, and then I want to punish the one who commit the crime, the one who commit the crime for real is the one who forced him, not the one who did it. If a captain, he ordered a soldier to shoot a woman, and the soldier, he have to obey order, otherwise he will be executed. Who is the real criminal? It is the captain. So the real criminal in Allah, in Islam, is Allah, if destiny is true. So Islam is a silly, stupid, sick, funny, dummy, garbage cult. Collect every contradiction in the world, put it together, and then they say to you, this is Islam. And then they come to you with the false miracles. They say the Kaaba is in the center of the earth. And then if you search, you will find that the Kaaba is always flooded by sewage. Allah, He chose the location of the Kaaba, brother. Allah, He chose the location. It's an amazing location in the center of the earth. Why the earth is flat? And the one who chose the location of the Kaaba, why he chose the worst location in the world, where the sewage cover it every year almost, until the American they come with a solution. This is your Kaaba, flooded by sewage. Allah, He chose the location for the Kaaba. This is how God, He chose the location of His house. Shall we go swim? Do you think we have fish there? It's dirty water. And why Allah cannot lift the Kaaba location from the ground? I mean, He can order the earth to come up, and that's it. Just 10 meters up, the Kaaba will never be flooded. So Allah chose that location. The first thing a human being, when he want to build a house, he should check the elevation of his house to see, especially in our, I mean, we are talking about Allah, His God. Suppose He do not need Google. Now you can go to Google, you can see how high your ground compared to other ground in the neighborhood, and then you can predict when if your place is going to be flooded or not. But this is God. God do not know that His house will be flooded if He chose it in that location. God, He cannot stop the flood to His house, and people taking selfie, swimming. This is the house of Allah, thanks to the oil. Now there's marble. Now there is air conditioning. You should see the house of Allah just right after the oil start coming. Let me show you. It's like a stable of a horse, literally. This is the Kaaba. This is the house of Allah. For the last 1400 years, this is the house of God. The Muslims, the Ottoman, they were building their palaces. The Muslim, the Caliphate, they were building palaces using the Christian builders in Spain, the Christian slaves. But their Kaaba is like this. Look at this Kaaba. Look at this. This is the Kaaba. Nobody even lived there. This is just 100 years ago. Look at this. Donkeys and camels around the Kaaba. And go look at the Kaaba today. It's the biggest business. Saudi Arabia make billions of dollars every year from Hajj, from people visiting the Kaaba. 5-star hotels around the Kaaba. Towers. Look at this. This is the Kaaba. What is that? Those are pictures showing you the change around the Kaaba. From a bunch of tents, bunch of small houses, a small tiny stable room. There's no roof. Then we put a roof. Then we start, and look, even the Kaaba, they put a burqa for the Kaaba. And this is the house of their God. The house of any Muslim is better than this house. He spent more money in it. When the Saudi they start getting their oil, the Saudi they notice how much important for them to increase tourism toward the Kaaba. So they start building hotels. They start putting marbles. They have air conditioning, spray air condition, because it's extremely hot there. And they start advertising airlines, etc. And now Kaaba is a Las Vegas. And it's #1 city for drugs in Saudi Arabia and prostitution. And now, by the way, the Muslims are trying to divide the timing between women and men around the Kaaba. Why? Because there's a lot of molestation around the Kaaba always happening, especially when it's busy. Every horny man in Mecca, if he want to molest women, he go and he claimed that he is going around the Kaaba. He go behind the women and he start touching her. And now they are thinking seriously about separating between the men and the women. And look at this religion. If Al-Kaaba is being flooded, that make Islam false, then tell us what happened to the Holy Temple of Solomon. What happened to the Ark of the Covenant? Pagan play with it. Okay, let us show you how stupid what you just said. Jesus, he predicted that this temple will be destroyed. Correct, guys? And God always, he punish his people for a crime they do against him. God don't care for a rock. God care for the people. When they are wrong, God punish them. So Jesus, he predict that this temple will be destroyed. And he said, not a stone will be above a stone. So this was not a surprise for God. You are being silly. Now, when we see that the Kaaba is destroyed by Al-Qurmuti, and then their prophet, he claimed that the Kaaba have a Lord will protect it. Rabbun yahmiha. The Kaaba have God protected. Isn't it the Kaaba, according to the Quran, the chapter of the elephant, an army of elephant came to destroy the Kaaba, and then Allah, he sent an army of birds to fight the Ethiopian, which is a fiction story? How come Allah did not protect the Kaaba from the flooding, or from the Caliphate, or Al-Hajjaj, or Al-Qurmuti? Al-Qurmuti, not only he destroyed the Kaaba, he was screaming in the middle of the square yard of the Kaaba, saying, hey Allah, where are you? Where's your birds? And then he took the Kaaba and he make it a poo-poo stone for more than 20 years. And then the Muslims, in order to get the black stone back, they have to pay Al-Qurmuti ransom. Imagine, they send a messenger to the Caliphate of Al-Fatimi. Those are the Shia, saying to him, we beg you, speak to Al-Qurmuti. Tell him how much he want to give us back the black stone. Where was Allah? So in your Quran, Allah, he claimed that he protect the Kaaba when the Kaaba was surrounded by kuffar, by idols. And then Allah don't protect the Kaaba when the Kaaba have no idols around it. Why? Do you see the stupidity? The God of the Jews, he told them that you will be taken, that you will be enslaved, that you will be even cursed if you don't follow me. They are punished. Here, what's happening here? Allah, he punished the Kaaba, his house. The temple of Solomon is the temple of Solomon. Is a temple built by man, not by God. So? Where Allah, he said nobody can destroy the Kaaba? Okay, let me show you. Let us see, guys, where Allah, where it says nobody can destroy the Kaaba. Let us go. Even though I'm supposed to go soon, but let us have fun. You never heard of a chapter? It's called the chapter of the elephant. Your God is the zoo God. Alam tara, don't you see how your Lord did to the companion of the elephant? What the companion of the elephant they were trying to do? Can you tell me? Are you there? They were coming to destroy the Kaaba, correct? And why Allah He sent the birds? Because Abdul Muttalib, he says, the Kaaba have a Lord will protect it. Is that correct? And supposedly Allah He sent His birds. Are you there? Who can protect the Kaaba save Allah? Nobody. Any Abdul? And for sure this is a fiction story, you know, stupid story. Because as you see, the Kaaba was destroyed many times, not only once or twice or 3 times. Actually, me myself, I made a video, translation for a video made by Muslims speaking about the one who destroyed the Kaaba. Al-Qurmuti, when Al-Qurmuti destroyed the Kaaba, Muslims were leaving Islam like crazy. Because he showed everybody that, you know, the Kaaba protection is a lie. And this verse is a lie. And how in the world even an army of elephant can come to Mecca? Do you know how much water the elephant need a day? Do you know really how much water need? The elephant not only need a lot of water to drink, he need a lot of water to cool down. He cannot keep walking in the desert. There's no rivers, there's no lakes. An army of elephant coming all the way from Ethiopia, all the way to Mecca. Is that a joke? Any Muhammadan? I mean, if you say to me an elephant in Africa, I say in Africa there's a great rivers, there's a great trees, there's desert, yes, but there's a places for elephant to survive. But in Mecca there's no water. In the way to Mecca there's no water, there's no rivers, there's no lakes. There's, I mean, an elephant, he cannot go long without water. He will die. He needs a huge amount of water. He spray himself, not only to drink, he needs to spray himself to cool himself down. He needs to jump in the water. Otherwise he will die. So who in the world will believe such a fiction story? And hold on, as long Allah he protect the Kaaba by birds, why you need the F-16 from the American and the AWACS when Saddam Hussein he attacked Saudi Arabia? Why you need now the American to protect you from Iran? All what you need to do, put your missiles around the Kaaba and then Iran cannot shoot. Because Allah will protect it. Bring all your defense system, all your missiles, huh? And shoot from around the Kaaba. Iran shoot back, Allah will shoot it down. Why you are buying the American weapon like crazy? So, you know, this is always a joke. And the funny, Allah he protect the Kaaba when the Kaaba was surrounded by more than 300 idols. Against what? Against a Christian army. Isn't Muhammad, he said the Jews and the Christians, they will go to heaven? So why Allah do not want the Christians to free the Kaaba from the pagan? Do you see the stupidity? Allah is a pagan God. If the one controlled the Kaaba at that time, they are pagan. Why Allah don't want the Christians to take over? Which one is better? Somebody have 360 idols around the Kaaba, or Christians? So Allah, he don't want the Christians, he preferred the 360 pagan God. And why Allah protect the Kaaba when the pagan around, but he don't protect the Kaaba when the Muslims only was there?